Alright, this question is 90% Jamie, 10% Adam. In the first few seasons of Mythbusters, it showed some of the back rooms of M5, and there was a sign that said clean up or die. Does this have anything to do with Adam, Jamie?
Well, he's still here, isn't he? Yeah, we put that up, and you know, anybody that watches the show knows that I sort of have a thing about orderliness in the shop, and you know, occasionally you have to lose a person or two along the way.
All right, thank you very much.
He's not joking.
I was just wondering, well, I know that you have the experience like with the films and special effects and so forth, and I'm just wondering, like, how did you get to the point and want to do Mythbusters, and then able to convince other people that you weren't crazy enough to go on with this?
Actually, the idea wasn't ours. The original creator of Mythbusters was looking for people who had a talent in working with lots of different materials, and he had done a lot of different segments on special effects artisans, and contacted us as part of that. He contacted Jamie and I. Both Jamie and I had worked with Grant and Tori in different capacities in different shops around the Bay Area, and it really does turn out to be the perfect kind of experience, because when you work in the film industry and special effects, you're doing something different every single day, and you're using every material and every process that you've ever heard of, and a bunch of new ones that no one's ever tried before.
Yeah, you're never given like plans. You're basically making it up as you go, and the pace is so fast that it's like, it's not like you can sit around and go, okay, we got time to think about how we're going to make it. It's like, no, you got to get this done in a few days, and you just go for it.
Yeah, often in the industry and on Mythbusters, it's not what we're doing, it's how fast we have to do it that's the real challenge. And, you know, to actually, I mean, even as it is, a lot of our sample sizes are like 1. So, and how are we going to improve things and even be remotely scientific with that on a TV show within the constraints that we have? So if we can do something really quickly, then it's, you know, it's what makes the show work, actually.
Every now and then, JB wants to finish an episode by going, well, can't we just say we don't know?
No, it has to be.
But that's scientific, and we're like, right, but it's television. We can go back later and say we got it wrong.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, Adam and Jamie, you guys never answered my question from last year.
We'll have to refresh my memory.
What was the funnest explosion you guys did on the show?
Oh, hands down, it's water heaters, man. I love watching it.
Yeah,
You want to give the wine talk?
The what?
The wine talk?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, there's a thing about explosions, and again, I would agree with Adam. You know, the water heaters aren't just a chemical reaction that just kind of goes off. It's you're building pressure. You know, you've got a container that's going to explode. It's just
You can feel it in your tank, man. It is.
Yeah, there's something very visceral about a large pressure vessel going off. But that being said, at this point, we have a funny thing about explosives. It's sort of like a connoisseur of wine, where some have sort of undertones of oak with a little fruity quality to them.
Maybe a sharp snap with a rumbling back end of it.
Little brissons. It's something that actually, and we're kidding a little bit, but each and every explosion is different, and there's something that over time you kind of, if you can relax with them, which we learned to do somewhat, you can appreciate some of the really amazing things that are happening to the matter around the explosion. We've got artifacts that we found in the shrapnel around these things that are just...
Things skirted through things, things wrapped around things. I mean, that's Grant, Tori, do you guys have some favorites?
Mine, it will always be the cement truck. We set that off. It was 850 pounds of ammo. We set it off on a Saturday. So like, you got to work on a Saturday. And we're like, oh, bummer. We have to work? What are we doing? We're blowing up a cement truck. Okay, I'll show you. It just happened to be my birthday that day. We were literally a mile away from the site. We saw it go off, and it was just like a big cloud of dust. And we're all, wow, that was really cool. And then about 2 seconds later, the shockwave hit. And that is what scared that crap out of me. It felt like somebody had punched me in the chest. Nobody was expecting that. And it was ever since then, it's like, you know, that shockwave, you never get over it. Your adrenaline is through the roof. It's the best feeling. You should all try it.
Thank you.
Are you happy now? I don't want to hear this next dream.
Before we get to the next question, I just want to add that y'all have a duct tape episode coming up, I believe.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. It was inevitable. We were looking at the list of stuff that's on the list. One of them was household, like myths about household things. One of them was duct tape. And we looked at that and thought, that's more than a little story and a half episode. That's like, you do a whole half episode. Hell, we could do a whole half, wait a minute. I think we could do like 3 hours on duct tape alone. So we came back and said, we got to do a full hour on duct tape. And we did we pushed duct tape to some really cool limits. These guys, Grant Carey and Tori, I don't even want to give any bit of it away, but they built like the craziest piece of
thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. It was a duct tape thing. It is. Duct tape is like my new favorite thing. Great appreciation. I love it.
We rode around in the thing we made out of duct tape for about 4 hours.
Yeah, put that in your mind.